Hello friends, if you're new here, my name's Katrina, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about why we have decided to start a homestead. So I sat down to take a load off. We got Mr. Aiden playing with the dirt. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
You practicing your gardening skills? No. And Mr. Atlas is in the carrier. He'll probably take a nap here in a little bit. It's so funny, this hat has eyeballs on it. I guess it's supposed to be a frog. And it moved to the back of his head. So I thought I would walk you around the property today and just kind of share with you my thoughts and possible plans for the property and kind of talk to you about, yeah, the kitty cat. Talk to you about why we have decided to start kind of a homestead. So yeah, we moved to Alabama, and we didn't move to Alabama to start a homestead, but that was one of our goals. So we looked at property with that in mind, and this house had a lot of our check marks, and it just so happened to come with 2.8 acres. Which is I feel like a decent amount to start just a little homestead for the little projects I have in mind. So I've always been into health and fitness and doing things more naturally, not using conventional medicine when I can, and using things like herbs and food for medicine and essential oils. I birthed both of these boys au naturel without any, pain meds or anything like that. Because again, I don't necessarily like conventional medicine and stuff. And I do believe it has its place. Don't get me wrong. If I can do it more naturally, that's how I want to do it. So, hey, with all of this going on in the world, the pandemic, and, there was a food shortage and supplies shortage for the first time. And I've always thought about, getting chickens or getting goats, and I've always wanted to do that. Start a garden, etc. But I just, at that point in my life, there were things higher up on my priority list, so it didn't happen. But with this move and not working right now, I think it's time, huh? And with you too to think about, yeah. Tell them. You gotta tell them about it. So, it's time. It's time for me to start being gung-ho and getting things done. So, yeah, the kitty cat. This is Miss Winter. She was our rescue cat. I rescued 2 cats from Subway. I worked at a Subway when I was in college. And I rescued 2 cats from there. She's the only one we have in Alabama right now. The other one got out just before we left. So my sister is actually in our old house, or about to be in our old house. And she just lives right there anyway. So she's feeding him until we can go back. Hey, and get him, which we're going back in 2 weeks. Because my husband has drill. And until he finds a unit to switch to, we have to drive back to Alabama, or back to South Carolina at least once a month. Are you excited? Are you excited about getting farm animals? Huh? Aiden.
Huh?
Did we get chicks?
Chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Do you want to get hops? You want to get bunnies?
Yeah.
Yeah, how about goats? You want to get a goat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like gardening and playing in the dirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You want to go for a walk? We're going to walk now. I'll show you around the property and kind of tell you plans. We've got Tiger joining us on this walk. So right out front of the house, we have these lovely garden beds, and they've got soft touch hollies in them. We've got one on the side, kind of around the corner right there, and two right here that don't look as good. I don't know if they're just newer or they're just dying out. I'm not really sure what's going on. So we don't have plans to remove them unless they die or they don't continue to thrive. But for the rest of the flower beds, I really want to do edible landscaping, things like perennial herbs or fruit or things like that that'll come back, that'll be super low maintenance. This part of the house doesn't get full sun, and there's a part back here where our water is that I don't know that it gets sun almost ever. So I need to do some more research about things that thrive in full shade and figure it out. Are you digging?
Yeah.
This looks like a mess right now, but I was attempting like a no dig and sheet mulch method. So I laid down cardboard and then grass clippings from when we cut the grass, and we're seeing how that goes to kill things out. And I might, as it cools off, plant things in here like spinach and kale and lettuce, things that, especially with, you know, the heat and stuff of August into September, you know, we have a longer growing season, things that will like the shade. Here, I had bought a tomato plant from Walmart and it died. And we got like one tomato off of it, and I had eaten part of it, and then the other part was starting to go bad. It didn't last very long, and so I actually just cut the last like half of it up and buried it in this pot, like, I don't know, that deep or so. And I had a bunch of tomato babies pop up. So I have planted, here's one, there's one. If Aiden doesn't trample them. I think there's a couple in here. Aiden, no sir, let's not dig there. So we'll see how they do. Just an experiment. Again, I'm a very beginner gardener. He's gonna help possibly kill all the plants, but that's okay. We have very sandy soil. Like, this is decent because they had mulched down the first couple of inches, but after that it's just sand. So we will see how well a garden does. Most of the gardens I have planned are going to be raised bed gardens. So as you come across the front yard, here's our driveway to come in. This gets pretty full sun and it's all sloped. So what I think I'm going to do here is line the driveway with like one big mulch flower bed and do fruit trees in it, and then create like a little orchard in here with fruit trees. Definitely doing maybe strawberries under the trees and doing like a big long strawberry patch with fruit trees in the middle, so that the strawberries will get some shade but also get some sun. So that's the plan for the front yard. We're going to do a small orchard. Over here, I eventually want to get meat rabbits, and I think we'll put rabbit hutches here and do rabbits right here because it's somewhat flat. We have just all hill. Like, most of our property is hilled, so I'm going to have to battle that. Should be fun. I'm trying to convince... Yeah. We might be able to convince Brian, to bring in a, it's like a tractor with a scoop on the front to maybe create some level areas for me, to at least put some buildings. I think back here I want to do the chicken run. So we'll have like rabbits up here And then back in the corner where our fence starts for our pasture, do the chickens. We've got a swing set here. It's kind of old and beat up. We're going to replace it. Shh, shh, shh. Are you getting hot? I know it's hot. And then we have our pasture back here. I think once we get goats and get it, we're going to bush hog it this season and get goats next spring. We have a pond. I don't know if you can see it from here. There's a bunch of cattails around it. I think we will, once we get it down and get goats in there, we might get ducks for the pond and just like free range the ducks in here with the goats. And we'll get some kind of guardian animal to protect them and stay out here with them at all times. Christopher wants a donkey. I either want a dog or an alpaca because I think they're cool. So we will see who will win. What do you think? You want a cow? You want a cow? I don't know about that, bud. What about dairy goats? Hops? Yeah, we're going to get hops. Hop. The hops. Oh, yeah. We get wild rabbits here in the side yard, and he can see it from his bathroom in the morning. So he loves seeing the wild hops. Wild bunnies. This right here where they had started to pull up the fence so they could get their horses out is somewhat flat. And it's like right kind of in the middle-ish of the big pasture area. And the pond is right there. But this is somewhat flat, so I think we might do our goat building out here. Yeah. So he keeps saying cow because his pawpaw said something about us getting a cow when he was here the other day. And so now he thinks that there's supposed to be a cow in the pasture. Yeah, and his paw in South Carolina lives right next to a horse pasture. So when I talk about a pasture, or not a horse pasture, a cow pasture. So he again thinks he needs a cow in here. I don't know about that though. So we're getting goats for sure. Ooh, blow it. There you go. Good job. Good job, buddy. Yeah, there's no more. Good job. You gotta go find another one. Okay. Over here near our shop building, there's this little like pole barn like thing that comes off. We might use that as a temporary place to house all the goat stuff until we get like another shed or something built right here. Not 100% sure. And then as far as a garden, the only place I can think of, because it's just all hill. I know I want to do some raised bed boxes like along this side of the house and right here. I can't right here because he wants to extend the porch. So I don't know if I'm going to do tiered stuff here or they got the right idea. Dog and the cat laying in the shade. For sure, guys. It's hot out here. This part here is somewhat flat under the power pole. I got the wonderful power pole. And then this area is somewhat flat. So I might just do garden here and just cut the pasture over and up towards the building and keep this area for growing. And put a greenhouse in here somewhere and then do, again, I don't know that we're going to be able to do any in-ground growing without like major soil amendment because it's just, it's so sandy. Like up near the shop there, like right there, nothing is growing. next to it, and it's all sand and rock. So I might have to do all raised beds or do serious soil amendment. I also might put in a couple of terraced beds right here on either side of the store. But that is the property. Those are the plans we have so far. Eventually, I might be able to convince Christopher to get more than just goats. Or we will get a buck, and you'll have to keep them separated. So we'll probably divide the pasture at some point. If I can convince him, we'll see. Oh yeah, and I don't want like this hill to be a waste of space, or the side of the driveway. So I might do, I don't know, berries right here. And definitely something up there. And I think for sure I'll do something on this hill, terraced beds, whether I use this as a garden here or not. I'll do some kind of terrace right here and either do like berry bushes, or maybe, since it's further away from the house, some kind of like low maintenance perennial bed. So here's a quick overview again of all of the hills, and from this side, Mr. Aiden playing with the fence. So that is kind of our property tour and the plans I have so far. Again, I'm a newbie, so we'll see if the plans change. And if you have any garden advice, for sure, on gardening on hills, gardening with sandy soil, soil amendment, let me know. Because again, the soil is just sand. It's not super fertile. Maybe in the pasture it'll be better. Maybe when we get rabbits, we can use rabbits and the chickens and the goats, and get all the good manure started and composting started. We'll have lots to amend the soil with, but definitely let me know in the comments below if you have any advice for me, because again, I am completely new to this. And if you are a fellow homesteader, or friends or family, consider hitting that subscribe button to follow us along on our journey. Definitely lots of DIY builds in the future, so stick around for that, and we will document getting all of our furry and feathery friends. So yeah, stick around for that, and give me a big thumbs up if you have stayed to the end of the video to let me know you care. All right, thanks guys, have a great day. Bye.